singa abannayuganda basinga obungi ate abangi be bali ku level ya foot soldiers, singa babeera n'okutegeera okwo General Museveni yandibadde mu State House Entebbe bagendako mu nsiko, era n'olwo foot soldiers be baali abangi, era nakati beebo bennyini bakyaguumaaza. Because you go to some of the places where you find NRM with many supporters there, but their lives, they are living almost same problems. Can't send their children to good schools, can't send their children to universities, can't get drugs in hospitals when they go there, can't get contracts wherever they go. Many of them, as you see, those who are in tea have been hit. Those who are in cotton have been hit. Now they're encroaching on those who are in coffee. If they succeed, those will be hit. Those are down there. But the problem is that those who are on the side of the regime hang on to it. Why? Because of a lot of misunderstanding. Tebategeera ki obulungi. N'olwekyo kisaanidde okulaba nti ffe abali mu opposition tuteeka obudde, essente n'amaanyi okulaba nti tutraininga abakulembeze. Katonda w'anaayagalira ekibiina kyonna ne kigenda mu buyinza, Abannayuganda emitima gyabwe gikole ki? Gidde mu nteeko. Kubanga ekibiina ekiba nga kigenze mu buyinza nga kyeteeseteese bulungi, kirina abakulembeze nga batendekeddwa obulungi okuviira kimu wansi okutuukira kimu waggulu. Bwe batuuka bwe bati ne bategeera omugugu gwe beetisse okulaba nti ekibiina ebyaffe ebiri opposition bwe kiba nga kiyingidde, oluusi Katonda bw'aba ayagadde kye kinaasooka okusangula amaziga okuva ku ki? Mu mitima gy'abantu. Kubanga emyaka 62 kubanga enkyukakyuka, and you have your slogan of a new Uganda. A new Uganda cannot be because of change of faces. No, it can't. Because there have been nine changes of faces. 9 from 62 until now. Change of faces, same culture, same practices. So, again, I congratulate you to know that behind your slogan, you are training people so that they become different. One of the colleagues, I think, who was giving a speech here, was talking about mindset change. Without us changing in the manner in which we manage power, even when faces change, practices can remain the same, and that will be the most unfortunate thing in this country. So I really congratulate the leadership of National Unity Platform and you, the graduates who've been trained in this first cohort, for embarking on this program. Mwetisa obuzito ffenna abali mu opposition. Kubanga mwena abasinga obungi muveeyo mu byalo gye muva. Ababeera mu tawuni muva mu areas ezimu ezirimu slums n'endala z'osanga abantu nga balina problems nyingi ezibeetoolodde. Mutegeere nti olunaku lw'obeera ne chance n'obeera mu kifo kyonna ekyobukulembeze, ekifaananyi ekitasaanide kuva mu ki? Mu bwongo. Embeera y'abantu bwe tuva mu byalo eyo nabo baliwa. That has to be the focus. Kubanga okumaintaininga discipline nakyo si kyekintu ekyangu. Ngamaliriza. The day any party goes into power, and again thank you for training early enough, because when you go there, the debate will start. When we went there, it started. When we took point 86. There are those who said, tumaze ebbanga twabonaabona ensi ne zituluma emmere nga terabika ne tumala ebiro bisatu abanaffe abalala bafa mikwano gyaffe bafamirizi zaffe abamu ne batandika okwebuuza kati tukole tutya tukole ebintu ebinaanunula eggwanga bwerikulaakulana naffe tukulaakulane oba tusooke twekubeko enfuufu. Abaali baagala twekubeko enfuufu ne bawangula kati mulaba bwe tuli. We are in a mess. That's the burden you carry, those who are being trained. The hope I want to give you, when you are disciplined and you work as a team, this country is worthy. You will build the country, it becomes worthy, every individual benefits or accesses opportunity once you have a disciplined team in leadership. Everybody can access opportunities. The challenge between Kwanga Fawali opposition, the moment, any of us, the parties takes over, then you find there is a president, there are members of parliament, possibly in the majority, they will see 5 chairpersons, they will see 3 chairpersons, and councillors. Now look, in the districts, I don't have statistics, I don't know whether you have statistics. In 147 districts, check it out, I don't have facts. I am just using an impression. It seems to me that in 147 districts, if there is any district where young people can finish university and go and get a job without bribing, I don't know whether we have got more than even up to 30 or more. I don't know, I don't have statistics. My hope is that some people will do research. Those who are universities need to do research. These things help us a lot. You get a university student, and some, you hear, they get 6 million, 12 million. Someone whose father sold land, went to university, has come back, doesn't have a job yet, you're asking them for 6 million, 8 million, 10 million. Worst case scenario, Uganda is in a mess. You hear in some cases, well, those in that, what do they call it, the Public Service Commission. You hear at times when they get like money from 3 people for 1 job. You hear that happening. Say, all of us who are in the opposition who want to change things in this country. So this training comes with responsibility to change that environment and go with a new party in power where a young man or woman goes to LC5, that public, it's called District Service Commission, and get a job on merit. That's when the whole country would accept and say, yes, these people believe in what they are preaching. And that's why there is this kind of training I would like to believe. Stay on it, concentrate, don't allow yourselves to be diverted. Stay on it, put resources, time and effort until we are able to achieve that in the political parties which are in the opposition. It has to be a deliberate, conscious mission on our side. Ngamaliriza, tusuubira era tusaba Katonda ow'ekisa tutuuse ekiseera bannayuganda bwe banaamanya nti pate yonna enaawangulwa evaamu endala ewangudde n'eyingira mu buyinza ate ne bamanya nti yonna eneeba eyingidde. There are certain basic things which must be known or taken for granted. That parties can differ on policy, how to run agriculture, how to manage business and things like that. But when it comes, for example, to someone getting a job on merit, that should be a guarantee that any party which goes there, that's what it will do. That's the only way we can say we have got a country to be proud of. There is no way we are going to achieve political independence without economic independence. To achieve economic independence, it requires discipline. And thank you again for the trainings that you are doing. The problems are deep, but they are manageable. Be confident, you can overcome them. Discipline is the quality of being able to behave and work in a controlled way, which involves obeying particular rules or standards. What does it mean to be a disciplined person? To be able to carefully control the way that you work, live, or behave, especially to achieve a goal or certain set objectives. When you have discipline, you have self-control. Discipline creates habits. Habits make routines, and routines become who you are daily. You start from individual discipline, and then when you are many in an organization, it leads you to organizational discipline. Organizational discipline is the practice of following the best course of action, even when it may not be what one wants. It can help create a culture of accountability and professionalism in an organization. Focusing your resources in training leaders, and the beauty of this, what gratified me in the first cohort is to see 3 categories who were all involved in this training. 1, the elected leaders. 2, the professionals. 3, the foot soldiers. Because that hierarchy is in every political organization. So when you concentrate effort and you train them as you have done, and you continue doing that, it means that the thinking, the actions are similar in the organization. And once you build it as a culture, even when one set of leaders leaves, another one comes in, they continue moving in the same direction. So you are building for long term. And again, I congratulate you for that. Tumaze emyaka 62 kasooka tufuna obwetwaze. Naye kati we tuli buli muntu yenna alaba embeera nga bweri mu ggwanga lyaffe. Enamba y'abantu yeeyongera kubanga kati ndowooza tuuse 4.5 ate bagamba mu myaka emirala 25 tujja kubanga coming close to 100 million people. Any party which is not in power, when it is outside of power, one thing it has to concentrate on is to prepare itself for 2 things. 1, how to take power. 2, how to manage it when it gets it. But 62 years, we have had parties in power. We've also had the military in power. None succeeded in utilizing national resources, building a country where there has been justice, fairness, transparency in the management of national resources. None has managed yet. Ekitegeeza nti ffe abali mu opposition, and I congratulate you for starting this. I hope all other organizations in the opposition similarly do that. Kubanga enkyukakyuka zo zibaawo. There is no country where there are no changes. n'ekibiina ekyasinga okumala ebbanga mu buyinza e Mexico kyamala emyaka 7 naye kyava mu buyinza. Senegal mu Africa ekibiina ekyandowooza kimu mu ebyo byamala ebbanga mu buyinza in Senegal 50 something years ne kivaamu. We twogerera weeks 2 eziwedde waliko ekibiina ekyali mu buyinza e Botswana emyaka 58. Ekibiina ekimu ekibadde mu opposition ne kiwangula kati kiri mu buyinza. Ekirungi Botswana kye balina baayiga empisa oba discipline ey'okumanya nti bwe bawangulwa bavaamu abawangudde ne bayingira. Eyo tetunaba nayo wano. Kati abali mu gavumenti amagezi gaabwe mampi. Kubanga kye batategeera nti ekiseera kijja kubaawo bave mu buyinza. Kati kirabika ekintu kye batanategeera ate tubasabira Katonda bakitegeere bulungi nga bukyali nti bo abali mu gavumenti be bandibadde kati nga bateekako embeera ey'okulaba nti ebibiina byonna ebiri mu opposition bitendeka abakulembeze ne babeera redde olunaku lwe bava mu buyinza ekiteekwa okubaawo ekibiina ekinaaba nga kizze mu buyinza nga kisigala nga kitambuza eggwanga mu kkubo eddungamu bye bakyalemeddwa okukola. Kubanga ekyo bw'oba nga tokikoze bwe n'omala ebbanga ng'otadde buutu like they have put their boot on loop, it means you are short-sighted. Because there are times you cannot stop the inevitable. Change happens. So one thing I can't understand is for them not to recognize that the moment a party comes into power, if it has not prepared itself, it can mismanage power, not because they want to mismanage power, but because they have not been prepared. That needs to be responsible of every Ugandan. That all political parties prepare themselves. Because potentially, nope, you have the largest members of parliament. 57, right? 57. So the ruling party needs to recognize that, you know, a party which has got 57 members of parliament can easily get into power, whether you like it or you don't like it. The question should be, when it gets into power, how does it manage it? But if you don't put that environment for the party to organize, to train, to resist the culture which is so dominant in this country. Imagine 62 years, no leadership has managed to put the country in the right direction. The leaders in power, what they are doing is what they call criminal irresponsibility. But I would like to thank you that nevertheless, much as you are under that kind of pressure, that you've recognized the need, the critical need of training. Training, training, training. Kati mwabasoose musaanidde okutegeera naawe abanadda mu bigere byammwe, and I trust you are going to continue training consistently. Mutegeere omugugu gwe mwetisse. Mumwe mulimu be bayise foot soldiers. In every country, the majority are always the foot soldiers. Wotegerere eggwanga eri mu kkubo eddungamu, olutegerera ku obulamu abo foot soldiers abali mu kategori eyo, embeera yaabwe nga bweri. That's how you recognize how a country is on track. Because the majority of times, the foot soldier is the one who takes the flag. Always, you look at all countries which are not on the right track. You look down at the lives of the people, normally who are the foot soldiers, and you find their lives in a mess. Kirungi okutendeka abantu abali ku level eyo ne bategeera nti ensi yeesigamye kubo, ate ne babeera confident okumanya nti tekuliiko gavumenti yonna etambuza eggwanga nga tekozesezza omusolo oguva mu bantu bonna ate nga be bangi. N'olwekyo okumanya nti gavumenti bw'eba evudde ku mulamwa nti beeba organize okulaba nti bakoze eki, bagiteeka ku bbali. Kubanga okusomesa kintu kikulu.
Weesiimye mwattu oli wa mukisa okukira abalala. Omugugu gw'ebizibu by'ettaka gukutikuddwa Brand Property Services Limited ku lw'ettaka eritaliiko nkaayana. Ennyumba eziwedde okuzimbibwa wamu n'ez'okupangisa, apartments ez'okupangisa wamu n'okugula mu mawanga ag'enjawulo okuli Uganda, Kenya, Bungereza, Dubai, America wamu ne Canada. Okuddaabiriza ennyumba oba ebizimbe byo, property management n'abasaveya abakugu abataakufere. Twekwate ku nsonga zonna ezeekuusa ku by'ettaka nga kw'otadde n'okugobera ku kyapa kyo. Kati pazo y'eby'ettaka ebadde okukaluubiriza egonjoddwa. Bw'okwataganye naffe tukubire ku noti 703 noti 79 oba noti 773 noti, oba otusange ku MT House omwaliiro ogusooka room 5 ewazana ku Entebbe Road okuliraana ekizimbe kya Muguluma Empire. Tukyalireko ne ku website yaffe www.brandpro.co.ug. Brand Pro Property Services Limited, tutuukiriza birooto.
Before I was interrupted by counsel who was sharing some quick thought, I was saying I want to appreciate everybody. We want to appreciate everybody that has joined the fight for coffee, whether it be leaders here in Parliament, political leaders, whether it be cultural leaders, religious leaders, civil society, opinion leaders, and the people of Uganda generally, because this is a fight not just for us here at Parliament, it's a fight for the people of Uganda. One of the things we want to, in very unequivocal terms, sound ourselves out on. We really want to warn the executive arm of government. Please stop interfering with the operations of the legislature. You see, all the three arms constitutionally are meant to be independent. Challenge though is we keep seeing the executive arm of government roughshoding over the legislature. That is improper, it is unconstitutional, it is unacceptable. We have seen it again and again, especially with these RAPEX bills. General Museveni, I think he imagines that Parliament is supposed to be in his pocket and for it to do whatever it is that he wants at his whims and fancies. We are in 2024. And in this era, there is no room for that. So the way Parliament is being roughshod over, as we have seen severally, MPs being called, now this is our position, because we have heard that again and again. And we've been seeing communications on our platforms as members of Parliament from the government chief whip, saying Cabinet sat and said, look, these are the instructions to members of Parliament to make sure the coffee bill passes and all these others and so on and so forth. It is not supposed to operate that way. Yes, members of Parliament belong to different opposition caucuses of their political parties. But the legislature is meant to be independent. This business of Cabinet sat and so it has issued instructions. But how? Our hope is that our colleagues, especially from the NRM, will listen a lot more to the people they represent, as opposed to the instructions coming from Cabinet. Cabinet is meant to bring proposals here in Parliament. We can choose to give them a green light, or we can choose to throw them out. And so it's important that that independence remains. So we are warning the executive, please operate within your space. Let Parliament operate independently. Two, this is not a Buganda issue. As we have seen some people try to make it. The issue of coffee is an issue of Uganda, not Buganda. So all those who are trying to divide the people of Uganda to make it seem like it is them against you, no, this is for all of us. If you look at some of the districts that produce a lot of coffee, a good number of them are not necessarily in Buganda. And I can give you examples. Kasese, Zombo, Chibale, Bundibujo, Kamuli, Chenjojo, Jinja, Sironko, Maracha, Omoro, Mayuge, Iganga, Bugweri, Buhweju, Kaliro, Masindi, Kamwenge, Kakumiro, Kanungu, Bududa, Kabarola, Nuoya, Dokolo, to mention but a few. All the districts I've mentioned and many others are not in Buganda. So it is very problematic for anyone to try and make this a Buganda issue. This is an issue of Uganda. Because coffee is a cash crop that is benefiting many districts of Uganda. So why are you trying to make it like it is a Buganda issue? It is not. Let's stop dividing the people of Uganda. And our clarion call is, as the people of Uganda, let's join and fight together, because it is about all of us and not just one particular region. Does that mean that the people of Buganda or the people of Bukisu should not come together and put up a fight? No. In fact, we are happy to have been seeing, elders in Bukisu and elsewhere, and they are saying, speaking for ourselves, UCDA should not go. That's something that should happen. So that should continuously happen. In fact, we hope to see several other areas of Uganda coming through, as we have seen people in Buganda, in Bugisu, saying, look, we are interested in coffee too. So no one should try and divide us. The other aspect that is very imperative, this is not and should not be a partisan issue. Some people have tried to make it a fight between the opposition and the NRM. That's actually not true. Of course, does that mean that as the opposition we cannot stand up regarding issues of Uganda? That's actually our mandate as leaders in this country. But we are saying, even though most of the voices that you have heard belong to the opposition, this is not an opposition matter. And want to appreciate and salute colleagues from the NRM who joined us when we first handled this matter. They knew there were going to be consequences, they knew they were going to be threatened, as is happening now, but they said the people they represent have told them, please, let's leave coffee alone. And want to encourage many others. We know that they are being threatened. They have been told they will crush them and all of these different things. Actually, the people who have potential to crush you as an MP are your voters. Listen to them. So let's not make this a partisan issue. Because you see, the over 12.5 million Ugandans that are benefiting from the coffee value chain, you cannot say that all of them necessarily hold membership cards of opposition parties. Some actually do belong to the NRM. Some maybe don't have a political party. So why are you trying to box them into a corner? This is not a partisan issue. Even though I want to appreciate colleagues from the opposition that are saying matters of Uganda, we must be at the forefront to push them. As the opposition, because we have always been proponents of a lean and efficient government. That is a policy direction we have not gone away from. We still are for a lean and efficient government. We are, however, saying there are entities that are very strategic, like UCDA, like URA. URA is an entity under Ministry of Finance. Why isn't government saying, let's rationalize it, and Ministry of Finance gets to collect taxes, for example? It's because it's strategic. Uganda Communications Commission. Why is it not rationalized to the Ministry of ICT? And several others. Because they are strategic. UCDA is one such. and that's why we are vouching for it. Are we saying UCDA as an entity is perfect? Far from it. In fact, we hope it can improve and get better and go to areas where they have not gone and be a lot more efficacious in their operations. But as of now, we are convinced that UCDA has got a lot more potential regarding coffee in comparison to the ministry, which has increasingly become a lame duck. So we are vouching for UCDA because of its strategic nature. If General Museveni and his government are serious about cutting down on government expenses, we want to challenge them on a couple of things. Why does he always create new districts and new constituencies as we head to elections? If he's serious about cutting down on government expenditures, why does he have a bloated cabinet? Why are there so many presidential advisors? Every so often you'll hear so and so has been named the presidential advisor, given a car, and so on. Why do we have so many RDCs, deputy RDCs, and now assistant deputy RDCs? We were talking about this the other day in Parliament. And we said, look, government, you are the ones telling us to rationalize. But now you're creating several positions. And then they introduce assistant RDCs and that kind of thing. What exactly are they going to do? Yet they are going to be earning a salary and to be facilitated. And this is the same government saying they are interested in cutting down on costs and expenditures. That's not true. That's a lie. Stop fooling the people of Uganda. You're not interested in cutting down on government expenditure. Why doesn't government cut down on the wastage that we see, if they are serious about saving taxpayers' money? Why does General Museveni continuously defend those stealing taxpayers' money, if he's serious about saving taxpayers' money? But every so often we see him out there defending the corrupt, defending those who are stealing taxpayers' money. And the same person is saying he's interested in saving taxpayers' money. Let's stop telling the people of Uganda lies. They have been lied to enough. And we hope that they are alive to these realities. So I want to challenge General Yoweri Kaguta Museveni Tibuhaburwa. Stop preaching water and then drinking wine. Please stop. Because we have heard him say, those of us who are against rationalizing UCDA, we are, anti-Uganda, we are terrorists, we are misleading, we are all of these different things. That's exactly what you are. You are simply blackmailing us. So we have challenged you. If you're serious about saving taxpayers' money, cut down on your huge government. Deal with those who are stealing taxpayers' money as opposed to protecting them. Then the people of Uganda will know you are for them on this matter. Truth is, the people of Uganda prospering. And that's why we saw what happened to vanilla. We saw what happened to cotton. We saw how this government ran down cooperatives. Cooperatives had empowered the people of Uganda. They had money to take their children to school. They had money to pay for health care. Their lives were getting better. And all of those sank under this government's watch. Why? Because poor people are easy to rule. Poor people are easily told in an election, you line up and we give you 3,000 shillings each. We have seen that in the by-elections that have happened across. We're in Oyam with Honorable Kena and others. And we saw what the NRM was doing, telling people line up and they were giving them a few shillings. That happens to poor people. We saw it in Dokolo and elsewhere, Salt and so on. So government has made it as if their policy that Ugandans should not be empowered economically because they will be complicated. They will speak out for themselves. And that's why they are fighting coffee now. Because coffee has empowered Ugandans. They are making a good living out of it. And now they want to go after it. That's their plan. We hope that the people of Uganda will rise up to this issue. Tomorrow, we are going to start from where we stopped. We are determined to defend the economic empowerment of the people of Uganda. There has been many threats. As you entered the precincts of Parliament today, you saw the whole building was cordoned off. We have heard that tomorrow it's going to be worse. They're going to deploy all manner of military in uniform, plain clothes, including inside the building. That's okay. We're not here at the invitation of any of those people. We were sent here by our voters. And so we shall do exactly that. No one is going to intimidate us. Yeah, because no one wrote us an invitation and said, I would like you to come and sit in this house. No, each of us here has been sent by the people who sent us. And those people are happy with the work that we are doing. In fact, they want us to do a lot more. And that's what we are going to do. So, if anyone has got ideas to try and intimidate any of us, because we hear they are planning to arrest some of us and that kind of thing, we have been arrested too many times. That's no longer something you can use as a threat to us. So we shall be here tomorrow to defend the economic empowerment of the people of Uganda. And you see, the good thing is we know the rules, we know the law. And so we shall use it to put up a good fight. Let's not leave this fight to just we the politicians. And of course, we the politicians have got a part to play, and we must play it. And colleagues have given me assurance they will be here tomorrow early enough so that we defend the people of Uganda. And as we do this, we'd like to call upon the people of Uganda, let's join this fight. Because it is your coffee, it is my coffee, it is our coffee, all of us. And all of us have got a part to play. So we appreciate those speaking out, religious leaders, cultural leaders, civil society, opinion leaders, and generally the people of Uganda. Let's all speak out some more with a unanimous voice and tell General Museveni and his government to leave coffee alone. Please don't say we have left it to you, our MPs, to fight for us, members of Parliament. But please play your part where you are. Because now, this is a matter of life and death. This is a matter of your livelihood as the people of Uganda. Please stand up and be counted. Thank you.
Uganda Eyenkya.